All right, good people, what is going on? We've got more pro football focus stuff to take a look at here today. We did the offense. Now we're going to do the defense. And look, last night, that game, the offense was complicated. It was frustrating. It was annoying. But there was some real production there. And at a certain point, you have to look up and say, hey, you scored 30 points on the Rams, a really good defense. You needed overtime to get to 30, I understand. But even scoring 22 or whatever it would have been without OT and without the punt return touchdown, that's still pretty good. So the defense, on the other hand, you are definitely having to reach pretty hard to find anything to be super excited about right now. We're going to try to find some things to be excited about, but man, not a good game for those guys. Almost 600 yards allowed and no turnovers, no sacks, just pretty ugly. Before we go any further into this video, I want to tell you guys a little bit about my friends over at Sleeper. If you're not using the Sleeper app for daily fantasy football, you are missing out. Get over there. Check out the left side of your screen right now. I've got the app up. Look at all this great stuff you can get up to. Look at all the over-unders you can pick on. I've got an entry for this week. Let's take a look. I got Mike Evans over 60 yards. You know they're going to be throwing him the ball a lot. I got Keenan Allen over 36 yards. You know that he's going to want to try to cash in a little bit here against a weak Dallas defense. Jamar Chase with the anytime touchdown on Miami, and J.J. McCarthy under 189 passing yards. So get on over to Sleeper. You can put together a ticket just like this. Use the promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions do apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Check it out. Put together your own ticket and have some fun with sports. Back to the video. Now, despite what was pretty obviously a terrible performance, you can see there are actually some really good grades here, which is a little bit surprising to me. They don't give us grades this good sometimes in a game where we pitch a shutout. So we allow 38 points. Not all of them were earned by the defense completely, by the way, but a lot of them were. And almost 600 yards, and now we're getting deep greens. DeMarcus Lawrence, number one. I mean, sure, I suppose, mostly because of his run defense. And look, the thing with Seattle's run defense last night, yes, statistically, on paper, on a box score, it was pretty good. I don't know how good I think it really was. Again, I think the Rams got what they needed on the ground, and we couldn't really stop them from getting what they needed. And the yards per carry went down mostly because the Rams were trying to run the clock out in the fourth quarter, and we were able to kind of just lock down on it because we knew it was coming and stymie the run. So I don't know. I'm not enamored with that, but I can understand why somebody would arrive at that conclusion. Byron Murphy, second place, really high grade, one of the best grades of his career, mostly because they gave him 6 pressures, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about anybody on this team having 6 pressures in that game, but they gave him a really good score. I'm not against it, right? But then you got Jaron Reed in second place, 80 or third place, 82.1, 3 pressures. I don't remember these pressures. And I certainly don't remember a defensive line that was stout and holding up in the trenches. I remember a defensive line that was for quite simply getting kind of rolled over by LA's offensive line. So Murphy and Reed in second and third, that's a little bit of a hard sell to me. Julian Love, really good grade as well, and we needed it because the whole rest of the secondary got hurt. Josh Jobe, everybody beating up on him, the whole world's against him. Decent grade. I think he played fine last night. I think he's been a fine player this season overall. And luckily we dodged any serious damage with Woolen, but don't be surprised if we see more Jobe going forward because Woolen is going to have to take it easy for a little bit because of the injury, even if he plays next week. But Woolen's right here too, so that's good. We got Pritchett with a slightly above average grade, always good to see. Not a big sample size. And Riley Mills actually made an impact according to PFF. Only 6 snaps, but we're starting to see a little something here. I'm going to say it again. If you play a team with a smaller offensive line, a team that is a little bit more prone to throwing the ball, especially a team you can force to get behind you, he's going to be a lot better. Devin Witherspoon, just okay. Coverage really kind of dinged him, but overall, he still did a lot of great things. It's the Devin Witherspoon experience sometimes. He doesn't have to cover great to still be a great player. Mike Morris, 5 snaps. Leonard Williams, mostly the tackling brought him down, but overall kind of a, I don't want to say light impact game for Leonard Williams, but there were some, we've definitely seen him better. Nick Emanwari, I kind of knew he was going to be all over the place this week, and he sure is. Tackling is great. His pass rush grade is great, but coverage, pretty miserable. It's the rookie experience, guys. It's the rookie experience. That's all I can say. Uchenna Nwosu, forgettable again. I feel like a month ago, every Seahawks fan had kind of resigned themselves to, we're going to re-sign Nwosu this offseason and make him a featured part of our edge room. He's been kind of on a milk carton lately, so I don't know. And I also don't know if anybody knows what on a milk carton means anymore, but basically it means he's not really around. So I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know. He's been kind of ghostly. Drake Thomas, pretty bad. Makes sense. Derek Hall, pretty bad. Sure. Ernest Jones. I mean, look, I'm not saying he was good last night, but my goodness. How poorly do you think of a guy to give him a 37? Excuse me, guys. I had a very late night last night doing all this stuff. Kobe Bryant, really poor grade as well before he got hurt. You break it down, you can see the tackling and the coverage were both really bad. Ty Okada, not better, actually slightly worse. Again, coverage, big problem here. And Boye Mafe bringing up the rear, an ugly rear, by the way. This bottom 4 is very tragic. 31.1 mostly. You know, his cover grade's really bad. I don't really care about that much, but he's just not doing anything to really kind of mitigate any shortcomings he may have. Real quick before we move on, though, I want to check out the missed tackle category. Leonard Williams missed 3 tackles. Drake Thomas missed 2. So that explains a lot of their not-so-great grades. Riley Mills missed 1 tackle. Kobe Bryant missed 1 tackle, but that's it. 7 missed tackles in a game. That game went to overtime, by the way. I'm proud of that. I'm down with that, man. Okay, that's it for the overview of the top level. Let's go to run defense first. So immediately it becomes very clear why DeMarcus Lawrence got a ton of love this week. 7 tackles and an assist in the run game. 6 of them run stops. So, again, I want to stress, I think the Rams got what they needed out of the rushing attack, but they did not dominate or control this game with the rushing attack, and I think Ernest Jones is a big reason why. So, cool stuff there for sure. I'm sorry, not Ernest Jones, DeMarcus Lawrence. We'll get to Ernest Jones a little bit later, who is actually pretty far down this list, but other than that, standout would be Leonard Williams. I don't know why he gets such a low grade. He's got 3 run stops. Average depth of tackle is 0.3. So literally every single play that he's in on a run and tackling, the guy's gaining less than a yard on average, less than half a yard. He did miss a tackle, I guess. So that doesn't help. But other standout performers, you know, Ernest Jones, 2, that's fine. Derek Hall, Byron Murphy, Devin Witherspoon. Definitely some beat up elements here. So, I am sorry, guys. I need a nap. I need a nap like nothing else. I promise I'll take one shortly here. But point I am trying to make is that there are elements to this run defense that were good in that game, but I'm going to say it again. I think that the raw numbers are going to be a little bit dishonest. Okay, pass rush grades. So, better than I would have thought by a mile. And we didn't have any sacks, but according to PFF, we actually got a lot of pressure, which I did not see that coming. I thought it was going to be another week where we have like 10 pressures or so. We got 26. They gave Murphy 6. They gave Leonard Williams 5. Got 3 for Emanwari, 3 for Jaron Reed, 3 for Mafe. It's kind of like, it kind of feels like we're being graded very liberally. Feels like they're really just heaping stuff onto us just because. I don't know if I think that Byron Murphy pressured Matt Stafford 6 times last night. And if he did, it was probably pretty empty pressure that didn't drastically affect the play. So, I don't know. I'm not totally buying this one. But it is interesting, and it is worth noting that in a game where it felt like we couldn't get to the quarterback at all, PFF believes that we actually did a pretty decent job of it. It's just really hard to sack Matt Stafford. All right. Beyond that, coverage grades for pass coverage. Again, just looking at PFF side of things, the number one graded cover guy is Byron Murphy, which, I mean, okay, I guess. Sure. But Julian Love, completely clean, and in a game like this, that's actually kind of amazing. So, back in the saddle, ready to go. Like it, love it. Josh Jobe, 10 targets, 36 yards. Like, okay, I was very frustrated that they kept putting him on Puka. I was. I think that's a mistake. I think that eventually they're going to break through when you do stuff like that. And I think that you have kind of an obligation to, in a game like this, get your best cover guys on Puka at all times. But Josh Jobe did not do badly in this game, guys. 10 targets, 36 yards is actually good. Reek Woolen, 2 targets, 4 yards. Masterclass of locking down. What else can I say at this point? He's having he's really turned it around this year. Other than that, though, everybody else on this list kind of got they kind of got lit up. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of red here, right? And a lot of it just stems from the fact that we got beat up on the back end. Devin Witherspoon, 7 targets, 85 yards, gave up a big play over the top, at least one. Nick Emanwari, not the worst in the world, but 5 targets, 44 yards is certainly not good. Nwosu targeted a couple times, gave up a 19-yarder, but seemed a little bit confused when asked about maybe pursuing the matter. Shoot, I just lost my train of thought completely. Wow. Okay, so Boye Mafe somehow manages to yeah, sorry guys, I'm a little bit out of it. Let me just get through this and then get on with my day. But yeah, Nwosu gave up a pretty decent pass, so did Mafe, which really don't like our edge rushers being in coverage so much. Feels like we're overthinking it. Ty Okada got beat on that one big play in the late in the game, the fourth quarter, where he also got a, I don't know about that one, penalty. Ernest Jones, pretty dang bad. Got lit up. Kobe Bryant lit up. Most of it was one big play in Kobe's case, but he still got beat up. And Drake Thomas, man. So that is a long, long list of players that you just look at and go, yeah, we didn't get what we needed. We didn't get what we wanted. And it's no wonder the Rams almost had 600 yards. It's no wonder this defense gave up 37 points. So not a good day. Not a good day. But I want to single out some of the guys that did good. Woolen and Jobe. I mean it here. Like, I'm not saying that Jobe is better than all these guys, but those of you guys who think he's the problem, it's hard for me to look at these numbers and think that he's the problem. Not much to say about special teams grades. Tyrese Knight was our number one guy, 75.3. Shaheed, the punt return touchdown obviously boosts his punt return grade massively. Michael Dixon doing great work on punts as well. Chris Stoll was one of our low grades. I think he had a snap that hit the ground. So that's probably where that comes from. A couple other lower grades, but not too much else to report. Some missed tackles. Nick Collar up, Pat O'Connell. And Jason Myers also had a missed tackle, actually. Okay, that's it, guys. Sorry if I kind of trailed off there a little bit during the coverage part. I think I kind of I think I'm sundowning or something. I did just turn 36 today, so maybe. Okay, see you guys later. Go Hawks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.